motor's here. It's a 3.8 supercharged of a GTP. I'm about to install this into a kid I know named Devon. He used to live down the street from me here. He moved, but he still comes around the area. And that his car happened to break down though, and out of nowhere, for some reason, the engine had locked on him. So this is where we start. Got the engine delivered, and they dropped it back here. One of them put it on a tire. For some reason, they put it around tires. I wanted it on the tire because it just makes it a little easier for me to drag it when there ain't no one around. So now I got to get it onto a tire, which is going to be a fun thing. I don't know. Anyways, it's still close enough for me to get it into my yard for now. But yep, this is where I start. Little motor job I got to do. Okay, engine's in the yard now, and I'm waiting here for Devon, about 2 hours. Hoping we can push this car around the block, get it over here. I don't know where he's at, but in the meantime, I got the engine in the yard, and took off the wire. That was useless because they hacked it anyways, and I'll have to disconnect all that off this car and reuse this wire on this car anyways. I wasn't hacking none of that. And I decided to check out some things. This one here is pretty quiet. I don't even really hear it spinning. But this one here is a little noisy. And this one's a little bit noisier. So I think I'm going to swap this one with the one on his car. It sounds a little too loud. And this one definitely is loud. I can just hear that's bad. So for sure I'm going to change this one with the one on this car and this one, and go from there. Recommend a new mount. Just checking out that mount. If the one on his car looks beat too, then might as well change that while it's out. I don't know if he will, but let's see. Took all the cut off pieces of hoses they had on, like here. They hacked all of it out, obviously. But this is it. I'm waiting for Devon to get here. It's 3.8 supercharged engine here for GM. Pretty sweet. I know he'll be happy when we get it in and get it back up and running. So I don't know. I'll have an update vid, and if not, I'm gonna piece these all together when I'm done anyway. So we'll see. Let's sit down. Okay, here I got Devon's GTP. I started already removing wiring, hoses, etc. Air conditioning, power steering, you name it. I'm on the works of getting this engine out. It's locked, so I had to take the oil pan off, which was a mother. If you ever have to do an oil pan on a GTP, God bless you, because 3 bolts to a bracket behind the transmission back down there, a bear to get to, and the 2 behind the AC compressor, they suck too. And not to mention the 2 on the bottom are fairly easy, but they're a pain. And then you have a little bracket that looks like this when it finally comes off. Joel's sitting in this Camaro. That's that monster bracket.
You get it off?
Yeah, I got it off.
Them 2 bolts are fixed, aren't
3. There was 3 back there. 3. I'm making a little video right now. So I took this pipe, that crossover pipe for the manifolds out of there to get to the bell housing bolts, which wasn't too hard to get to. If I would have probably left it in, I probably could have snuck that thing underneath it. But I took it out just to make it easier. Didn't matter to me if they snapped off or what, because this is a junk engine. And yep, found them inside the pan. And I still haven't found the main bearing cap, or no, the rod bearing cap. Now you can't see any of the light that's missing because one of them came completely off and is MIA. That one right there. It's like, yo, where'd it go? And it wasn't in the pan, and it didn't fall out, so it's wedged up in here somewhere. Ah, that is part of it wedged right there. That's it. I see it. I see it. Let me see if I can get that out of there. I can turn this engine. Alright, let me go get Joel and show him all what I've gotten done since yesterday. And so far I've got, let's see, time-wise, yesterday I started late. I started around 8. Called it a quits a little after 11, so I got about 3.5 hours in to get to pretty much where I'm at right now. Yep.
Can you see it?
No, not really. I got over a half a notch.
I don't want to drip on me. It's ready to fucking drip.
Just want to show my fellow YouTubers out there. They can see that up there. It's a dang rod cap. Ooh, I think I got oil right on the lens. Yep.
Oh damn, you hurt snap it.
That's on the camera. So no, it's a video. It's not a picture. You see how I got wedged in there? That's crazy. Okay, 2 hours from the last vid I made, and this is where we're at now. We're ready for liftoff. So, doing some prep on this engine here. We took this off here, and coolant's coming out of one of the holes that the bolt goes into. So I don't know if that's normal.
Nah.
But, Joel don't think it's normal. Joel doesn't think it's normal. I'm thinking it goes into a water jacket somehow, but what the silicone that maybe somehow, somewhere. That's not good. That's not a good sign. But hey, well, hopefully this motor runs. Find out.
Explain it like
A plug to go to
like
what?
this.
Like these are spark plugs to get the engine spark when you turn the key.
Yeah, that's the
Spark plug wires. Yeah, they're the
that's
plug
the
wires.
Yeah, that's not the to get it. That's the plug.
It's like 11:30 at night. Finally got lift out or lift off. That's what I'll be calling it. Like an airplane taking off. It's out of there, man. It's finally.
It's gonna rain all day tomorrow, and it's about to get cold too. Drop to like 30s.
Yeah.
So like Thursday.
Well, at least I'll have it out. I might have your new one in too by tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna pick it up right here after 10 minutes after I pull this and drop this down and drop it in there.
This the old one.
Okay, a week ago today, the engine was delivered, and that evening we had pushed the car from around the block where Devon had it over to here, and well, a new engine sits in it. A week later, I had 2 days of cold and rain, a day of cloudiness. It's still cold. A couple of nice days, but pretty much got here Wednesday. I did a little bit, started on Thursday around 8 after work, and I got home. Friday after work, I worked on it till probably about midnight, a little after midnight, and had the engine out. And then I actually dropped a new one in, so I dropped it in, but I didn't get it lined up until probably Sunday, because those were the days I was shitty out. So, but I managed to get out there, get it lined up by Sunday. And then on Monday and Tuesday, well, which was yesterday, the day before, I pretty much got the rest of this thing together. So here it is, Wednesday, a week later. A few small things I got to put on now, but that's it. Put on a new water pump. Just got to get a SERP belt now. Got the one belt. He needs the other one because he cut it because he wanted to see if that's why his car was locked. Got the old engine here, and I must say, for any of you guys who are going to change any of these 3/8s, supercharged or not, if you got this style oil filter housing coming off the side of the block, I take it off. It was a pain in the ass. It just kept getting in the way. It kept getting bashed into the side of the frame there. You're going to do one of these engines, I say take that off. I had to. It made it a little bit easier for me. It was a bitch to get back on, but believe me, I couldn't get that damn engine to just move around for me when I had it down in there to line up. So I had to take the old oil pan off because the old engine was locked. Found out why it was locked. Piece of rod main cap or whatever, rod bearing cap was jammed up in it. So that's about it. So I'm going to do a little more tinkering today and show you this kick-ass tool I got here. But that's pretty much it. Hear the owl? I heard an owl. Here it goes. Live. It started up first try too. I heard a little bit of a knock, but it went away right away.
That's because the oil pressure in the motor.
Yeah, it has to get oil through it. It's sitting. That sounds good, man. For a damn, that thing fired up nice quick. Cuz, what do we got? Check engine light on? Yep, it's still on. Yep. We're gonna have to check to see what it's about. Joe, you forgot to bring your scanner up and check. The check engine light is on. You think it'll go out? We'll find out what it is. He had a code in here before.
Well, we had a battery sneaking.
That should have reset it. No,
it might not have. It might not have. It might have been stored in there. It's probably from within the, it could be on before. It might go out. We'll see. I'll probably bring it up.
So this shit sounds good for a used motor.
Some more amp reason.
You got to burn some of that shit off.
Right at the bottom of the dots, it says 0.5 of a liter. That's like a half a quart. It was like double that down the stick. So basically, it's a whole quart.
Go.